Okay, well, back at it again. Oh man, what a long week. Been working overtime, literally. I'm kind of tired. But, number one, I want to get back to some Megabonk. This game is fucking crazy fun. I played a couple rounds off stream, tier 2, trying to get that sword achievement up. Tier 2 is a bitch, man. If you don't have like the right stuff, as soon as those like fucking green explodey boys come out, you're gonna have a bad time. I found out. So that didn't go very well, but I did manage to get one unlock for getting the cooldown and agility tomes both to 5. I can actually scratch that one off the list here. And also there's been a little bit of news. I don't usually do like the streamer drama thing because I don't care that much for the most part, but this one was kind of interesting, and I know a little bit about it from just browsing the Twitter. So I thought we would take a look at Asmon's take from that from yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know what he's going to say about it, but I know he's going to say something about it. Yeah, so I'm sure he'll probably explain the thing better than I will, so we'll just kind of watch it and see what he has to say. Actually really be interested in his next stream about the No Kings stuff, which I don't know, really didn't amount to much, so maybe we won't have much to say about it. But maybe he'll even talk about that somewhere in the stream. We'll see. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kind of chill, vibe, see if we can get through a little bit on Megabonk, and just kind of listen and see what he has to say. I was gonna say something else. I can't. What it was. It escapes me. It'll come back. But yeah. So anyway, that's the plan, man. So. And that's what we're gonna do. Situated here. Let's take a look before we actually like start that. Let's take a look at what I did actually unlock. What is it? Items. Get both the cooldown and agility tome to level 5 in one run. We did manage to do that actually. And unlocked something. It'd be nice if they had a tooltip that would say what that is. But anyway, that's fine. We can figure it out. Items. This. Upgrade both the tool, blah, blah, blah. Turbo skates. It doesn't say what it does either. I wish it did. I don't know. Do I want to spend my money on that? Like, turbo skates sounds like it might be good, but I don't know. Just gonna have to buy it and find out, I suppose. So, yep. Turbo skates. Now we can see what it does. The faster you move, the more attack speed you gain. Oh, really? Max 40% per stack. So I guess move speed directly translates to attack speed then. If you have this. I know what I'm getting. Max 40% per stack. Oh, because, okay. All right. I think I understand what's going on there. All right. So we got that. I'm still trying to get on this kill 12.5k enemies using the sword. So we're gonna keep trying to whittle away at that. And I'm gonna do it on tier 1. For some reason, like I said, like a little bit earlier, I tried a couple rounds of tier 2 and got deleted probably in the first minute. So because of those fucking explodey boys. So we're gonna just farm this out on tier 1, and yeah, we'll watch the stream here and see, you know, how it ends up. I guess what he has to say. What the fuck is this? Okay. Will my magic button work? Yes, it will. Okay. I might have to turn down the audio on before we get started. Heading. Pretty low. That'll probably be all right. But so we'll pick Oofy for the sword just because he has it to begin with. Hopefully we can get the rest of that farmed out here relatively quickly. Then we'll see what Ethman's got to say about situations. I have a feeling I know what he's going to say about this.
How we doing?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what to say. I don't know where to begin. This is insane, guys. It really is. And as we know, yes. And there's a lot to talk about today. I will tell you that. So it's just, I don't know. Did you talk to Emmett? Yeah. Sure. I mean, like, it's just, please testify before Congress. I would have, and I still will. I am ready. I'll fly out. I'll testify whenever you need. This is, and by the way, later on today, I'm going to be making an actual video about this, about Twitch. This is not even going to be the big video day. It's going to be a big video. Later on, we're going to get into it. And what's the
I'll have to check the YouTube here in a little bit.
About how they allow extremism and bad behavior on their platforms and they do nothing about it. And it's been going on for years now, and they haven't allowed anybody to look into it or anything like that. So, oh, well, yeah, about that thing. Ooh, not so good, huh? And so, anyway, oh my God. So basically, I'll give it like can I give it like 10 minutes before I just really start getting into everything, okay? How about that? I'm going to give it 10 minutes or so and, look into all that stuff. And, yes, anyway, this famous Asgard, everyone in Germany knows you. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I really am. And, yeah, that's bad. You see clips about Twitch security and someone comment on how sneak in on Emeru and meet and greet. It's on LSF. I know more about it than you would imagine. And
allergies, holy Christ.
That's public isn't, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, no.
It does. And, yeah, so I'm, it's not.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. Sorry for the sneeze.
My thing, and so I let people go and do what they're gonna do. But yeah, can you tell us? Nope. And so I'll wait, and that's it. So yeah, it's been a whole lot. I'll tell you that. Amy made a tweet too. She did. I will say a couple of things. I will say a couple of things today, and go into everything and do all that. And banning image security 2 years prior was diabolical. Well, this will be the last TwitchCon. I think that it should be. I do. I think this should be the last TwitchCon. They have, I mean, it's just been, you had the ball pit, which
I forgot about the ball pit thing. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
I'll pause it, right? Because I'm so mad about this. I'm so agitated about this because what makes me mad is that I knew this was, like everybody knew this was going to happen, right? Everybody knew this was going to happen because Twitch doesn't care. Twitch, I really hate to say it at this point, but like, I don't know really how I can avoid the reality that Twitch is very clearly mismanaged at every single level. It is mismanaged at the highest and the lowest level. They can't fix the website's functionality. They can't moderate the platform. They can't keep furry pedophiles off the platform. They can't keep violent harassers and sexual assaulters away from their top female streamers. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
There's a lot of problems that way.
Terrorist propaganda to be played.
Oh
You're
yeah,
banning people for calling people fat, but you're not banning people for, playing a video of, people getting held hostage, promoting just blatantly what happened.
Yeah.
Terrible optics. So what I'm saying is that I think this really is the last straw.
I hope it is because something needs to change, I think.
Straw. You might not see it right now. It might not be evident for a while. But what I think this is going to cause is a domino effect that will be catastrophic. Thank God. And not a minute too soon. That's what I would say.
Well, it's a sad thing too, by the way.
I don't want to blame any individual person, but as a CEO, while he has been responsible for the company's numbers have declined. The users have declined. There have been sexual assaults multiple times at this point at his event. He brushed it off like it was nothing. He has taken a oh, well, it doesn't matter approach to basically fucking everything. And except for things that do matter, or sorry, that don't matter, cares about the things that don't matter, doesn't care about the things that do matter.
Mm-hmm.
At what point as a CEO are you responsible for this? At what point? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through everything. And so we're gonna go to LSF researchers got more videos. Yes, it is. I'm sure they do, and we're gonna look at all that. Did she feel safe before the attack? I don't really want to speak to the way that she felt. In general, my opinion is always, you step outside your door and you take a risk, right? And like I'm very much on that page. It's very, very weird situation. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into everything, right? And so, but like, and the reason why is just out of respect to her. I figure I think that's like, I don't want to tell you guys what she was thinking. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And so that's really the reason why. And ask him, what have you done to prevent this? So I'm going to go through and I'm going to tell you guys basically. I guess let me give me like 5 more minutes, right? Can you just guys give me just like 5 more minutes about this, because I was up late. I wrote a really long post about this, and I just don't want to. I want to go through, because this is a big post that I wrote today about this as well, because it's just been it's been a huge issue. It has been, and that's it. And so you have 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna let a little bit more people get in, and then we're gonna kind of start it and do all this, right? And so it's almost like you predicted the future. Unfortunately, it was not, like what I said about this was not divine insight. It was not any sort of, like high level of intelligence. It's just common sense. They didn't do anything about it last time, so why the fuck would they do something about it this time?
Well,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like, it really, it's literally that simple. Like, that's the logic right there. It's that simple. More Colligate information drop. I know. Yeah, I saw the Hassan stuff. This is, I mean, look, the Hassan stuff is funny, but this is
I don't really give a shit about the Hassan
so we're gonna
stuff.
focus a little bit on this. I apologize.
Like, he trains his dog with a shock collar. He maybe uses it in a mean way. I'm not a big fan of Hassan, but like, I really don't care about that issue. Honestly, I think the community will judge that for themselves, and have, based off of Twitter. So I don't know. I was gonna say I don't have a dog in that fight, but that's weird to say. But yeah, I don't, like, it's just not on my radar. Like, whether you do or don't like Hassan, I don't think that incident is going to change your opinion. So yeah, I don't care about that.
All right, we'll get to Hassan being an idiot later on, and I'm sure there's plenty of that. Okay, don't worry. It's
That's coming later.
This is
okay.
more important. It's absolutely,
yeah. This is
real,
actually
okay?
serious
And
business,
so,
right?
Here's the thing, and Amy put out a tweet. I know. She put out a tweet. I'm glad to see everybody supporting her. This is great, and you know, I'll link you guys the tweet. Give it a like, and you know, like, I try to be nice to her, right? Be nice to her. It's outrageous what's happened. It really is. It's absolutely outrageous. So
yeah, I think so too.
Normally you gloat every time you're right. How the fuck do you gloat about a situation like this? I mean, like, really, I will gloat whenever the people that were responsible for this are fired. That's when I'll start gloating. Until then, I'm not going to be gloating about anything. That's the truth. And so did the guy
it's one of those things you don't want to be right about. Really.
I know the answer to this, but let me see what. In Twitch's statement, they said the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me, and it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because of TwitchCon staff present, though it was a big deal. The important information, because yes, this is what's happened. The identity of the individual, and by the way, it gets even worse than this. It does. It gets even worse than this. You might say, how could it get worse than this?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know.
That's not, I mean, this is her thing. I'm gonna let her say it, right? She'll probably go live later on, and I'm gonna probably record my video about this in like a pretty serious way, right? And so, you know, we'll see what happens, but that's not going to be for a long time. Not going to be for a few hours. So we're going to get into that. More clips about the security. And so this was Dan Clancy's fault. It's time to go scorched earth. When are advertisers going to punish Twitch? You will really be surprised. I think that the video, like, so I've been thinking a lot about this video, and I was going to make it after the last incident, but now I think that it's necessary. The video will probably be coming out maybe tomorrow, but hopefully just tonight. I'm gonna be.
I'll have to look in a little while and see if he did that.
That's it. And the CEO, by the way, Dan Clancy is responsible as the CEO, but this is a rot that is intrinsic to every single aspect of this website. It seems. It is, and I hope that I hope more girls come forward with situations that they've had with Twitch. I do. I hope that it happens.
Yeah,
and
they're real things that
it exists.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you that it certainly exists. So the rot runs deep. Is YouTube any better? I can only speak from personal experience. I have had 3 liaisons from YouTube. These individuals has provided me with the pinnacle of professional service, professionalism, politeness, kindness, helpfulness. They sent me detailed reports, like fucking TPS PowerPoints showing how I've been doing. They ask my insight into certain things. I offer my insight into other things. YouTube has been phenomenal. They've been tremendous. Kick is the same thing. And I have to say, to Twitch's credit, my contact at Twitch and my former, unfortunately, that passed away, also Train and Destinies. Can you imagine this guy's job? He had to manage me, Train, and Destiny. His name was Kevin Lawler.
Yeah,
and,
poor guy.
Was my,
Fuck.
Original partner manager.
Contentious folks.
And that guy was great. He really was great. And my partner manager now is also great. Has always been great. He's helped me out a lot. So on a personal level, I've had no problems, but I think that there is obviously a systemic issue that exists that is much larger than an individual, right? Pluto, yeah, I guess I can just say it. Pluto's been great. Pluto's always been nice to me. Other people, I can't speak for everybody else, but I've always had a good relationship with them. It's never been a problem. So that's really it. I mean, I guess I can just say it. Yeah, sure. But that's it. And anyway, do you think the obligation on TwitchCon Imru contract can be canceled because of this? I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to sue her because she got sexually assaulted at the platform at the place and she didn't want to do it? Like, I mean, what do you really think is going to happen here?
Yeah,
right?
probably nothing.
Like, really. And so obviously, like that's nothing's going to happen. And so even if she said, it's contracted, it doesn't matter. And so, actually, yes. I mean, if they did that, it would just be like fucking suicide for the platform, right? Everybody would be covering it. Advertisers would leave, etc., right? And so...
Yeah. I'm sure that he's going to actually show what happened here if anybody's confused. So, we'll just keep watching. I'm sure that we'll get to see whatever the bad thing was that happened, right? And... not even air quotes, it was a bad thing that happened. So if you're confused, we'll just wait a little bit because I'm sure that he'll show the clip and we'll talk about it.
Sad that that's fan that a lot of people are still there. Ridiculous. Here's the truth. Women get this a lot worse than men do. This is the reality. I know that we
sexual
like
harassment kind of stuff,
yeah, wanting double standards, etc.
Women get that a lot more in every space.
That men and women are different, and I say this a lot. And this is one of the instances in which they are different. Yeah. Women are the victims of this type of behavior at a massively disproportionate ratio. They're not physically equipped to deal with this type of behavior because they're just smaller and weaker, especially in Emmy's case. And this is a real problem for them. And I think that really it's sad to see so much incel energy going around. Not with this. I think everybody's been very concerned.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that with this. I appreciate
that. But it's sad to see incel energy going around because really this should be on society to protect people from these things happening.
Yeah.
And it's not just women, it's people that are disabled, people that are elderly, people that are young. There are people in society. If you look at,
it's society's job to protect people that can't protect themselves.
Gazelles running across the African plains.
It is.
The lion doesn't pick off the fastest and most prolific you know, male gazelle. He picks off the slowest, the weakest, the youngest, the easiest to get gazelle that's possible. And I think that's really what it is more than anything else. Easy ones go first, exactly. And unfortunately, this is what's happening with a lot of stuff, man. And so, like, I see this happen, and it's very, very frustrating. You should read the comments. I saw blaming Emmy. It's disgusting. You're always going to have people with unresolved personal trauma that try to impress that onto every event that happens just because they can't work through the fact that they had a bad experience whenever they were like 17 or something like that, right? Like there's really like it's not worth thinking about. It's not worth talking about.
Yeah, it's just people that
of losers and nobody cares.
Don't possess the ability to have empathy at all.
The point is though that I defended them at the time. I did. And I want to go back and I want to show this because Asmongold joins growing list of streamers refusing to attend TwitchCon.
I remember this. I watched the stream.
I guess it was the beginning of the month. So this is
a
me
couple
talking
few weeks
about
ago.
Go to TwitchCon. Going to TwitchCon? Am I going to go to TwitchCon?
Nope.
No. A lot of people were harassing and attacking Ray and Cutie. That's why I came out and I said this. I know that I have a lot of viewers that are like, you know, incel adjacent in a lot of cases. I know that. That's true. That's why I said what I said. That's the reason why. It's because they're the ones that need to hear that more than anybody else. Not you guys that are in chat. I'm talking about just I'm talking about just out in the ether. That's the reason why I say this stuff. And every male streamer has these. I talk a lot about male issues. I have a lot of those people that come in and have those kinds of opinions. And I'm not sorry for that. It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
Things in a fair and authentic way, and the way that I think is the right way.
You're always going to have weirdos that are fans of yours that make you look bad.
Now, but in the future, maybe
you're like,
never,
I didn't tell him to do that. What do you mean?
On the side of treating people the right way. And I've always tried to be an advocate for taking care of people and their safety. I have been. And the thing is that
I've watched him for a long time. I would vouch for that.
Every opinion that they have. It means taking action and doing things that actually matter. And
yes,
I will get to that. Yeah, you preach hate all the time. Yes, I preach hate to the people that allow and
are the bad ones, right?
Of good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the reason why. There are inhibitors of good that are too focused and too fixated on virtue signaling, too focused and fixated on looking good rather than being good.
Yep.
And those are the ones that I hate. Those are the ones that are the true evil. It's like what I said yesterday with Tolkien about how there is ultimate good, but true evil can come from a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same and it's never different. So there you go. Let's go back. We're going to look at this. No. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Now, why am I not going to TwitchCon? Very simple. Might get shot? I'm not worried about getting shot. That's not really the thing, right? I mean, like, obviously, that's part of it.
Well, it's a concern.
I would never go to TwitchCon if I was a girl. But y'all gotta remember, like, this is what happened last year with TwitchCon. What? Oh.
All right, let's not do any more of that. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
This is my fault.
They should have gone. I'm gonna be honest. They should have tried to press charges against him. They should have tried to put him in. Like, that's weird, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's just weird.
Come out with a statement.
They didn't even say anything. Just
anything about this.
That's what you're gonna do. You go up and meet somebody.
Say, like, oh, we're aware of this and we're working with the authorities. We're not doing it. They didn't do a fucking thing. And so, like, I'm
Twitch,
myself,
yeah, they didn't.
Like, I mean, this is like. I mean, the thing is that this is my opinion, right? But like, I think that if it was a girl that got sexually assaulted, because by the way, was that? I was right. sexual assault or not, it was. Everybody knows it. If you think it wasn't, you're a retard. So you have somebody have that happen.
Legally, I think probably it
is.
is.
Make a statement on it. And this is after the year of the girl that breaks her fucking back in the ball pit because the balls were 2 fucking inches deep. And so
they had like some ball pits at one of the previous Twitch cons that was like really shallow, and somebody got severely hurt because of that. Well, ball pit, you fucking jump into it. Who doesn't love this? Shit, me and my friends were doing that at like 13, 14 at the McDonald's back when they had places. And that was a hell of a lot deeper than that. But yeah, somebody got hurt pretty bad because like the balls were like that deep or something. Well, I mean, if you go fucking cannonball or jackknife into something like that, you're going straight to the bottom and you're gonna get hurt. And that's what happened. I remember seeing that at the time and being like, how the fuck does that even happen? Like, I don't know. Who the fuck engineered that? Like, they didn't think about the dimensions of, I don't know, maybe, you know, human adult bodies versus 5-year-olds or something. I don't know, but somebody fucked up in the planning on that one. But yeah, that was the thing that happened. And you would have thought after that point that which would have looked at the, I guess, just overall safety of the event. Because I mean, it's bad enough to have something like that happen once because you just genuinely fucked up. But you would think that would be your come to Jesus meeting to be like, yeah, maybe we should put a little more thought into this. Make sure that, you know, gonna be okay. We don't want something like this happening. Or anything, just anything. You already have something like that happen at one of your events. You certainly wouldn't want that to happen again. Like anything. You wouldn't want anything to happen again. I'm pretty a type A person, so I'd have been over that on that like stink on shit. Just saying. So anyway,
thinking to myself, do I really want to go to TwitchCon? You got people licking it.
Well, just all that stuff. Yeah.
To suck on your nipples through your shirt. You got people breaking their back. Bro, TwitchCon sounds like a BDSM event.
Yeah,
so
and
no,
it's not supposed to be.
That. Fuck no, I'm not trying to go there. Oh
no.
My God. Fuck no, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
Got the zoo over there. Fuck, that is the zoo. The streamers are the animals. Maybe the viewers are too.
Yeah.
So, there it is.
Well, he was right.
This high concentration of weird, socially awkward guys. No. There are events like this that happen all the time in other countries that never result in any sort of behavior this way. It's a lack of consequences. This is the reason why it happens.
Yeah. People, we have this big problem in the U.S., just real quick, where all of a sudden, like, there doesn't seem to be consequences for some very serious actions that require consequence. And traditionally have. And somehow in like the last, I don't know, handful, 5 years or so, it seems like we don't do that anymore. So then that just emboldens people because, like, you know, just like a good example of that is like in California and maybe some other areas where you can steal up to $1,000 worth of stuff And as long as it's not $1,000, it's less. You can walk out of there just fine. You're not gonna get arrested. The cops aren't gonna do shit, even if they get called, etc. Which is fucking insane, by the way. And things like that. Well, that just emboldens people to do things like that more often because there's no consequence for it. So I think we really need to get away from that kind of thing going on. Like, people need to be held accountable for their actions, and it seems like it doesn't happen often enough. And it doesn't happen often enough, and people see that. Of course, they're gonna. You're always going to have line steppers anyway. But when you don't even enforce what the line's supposed to be, you're going to have problems. Yeah, nope. I don't want to live in a society that allows stuff we've already previously agreed upon is not okay to just happen and there's no consequence. Especially to the point where, like, it's very noticeable that it doesn't have consequences, so that just emboldens more people. Yeah, bad situation. I don't agree with that at all.
So
anyway.
This is what I said at the beginning of the month, and that's the reason why. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play some of the clips of this happening, and there's been more of this going on. Let me see if I can pull some of these here, and these are the new, I guess, Emerald clips. There's a number of these other ones here.
I think I waited a little too long to activate the boss.
I'm just going to go through all of this. May have had a knife. It's uncertain whether this person had a knife.
It doesn't even matter.
Necessarily say so. The quality is a little bit too low, but I think that there's one thing that's sure is that they could have had a knife.
Yeah.
They certainly could have had a knife. That's a fact. Let me see if there's any other new posts here. Okay, well, maybe they do. This is the statement about it. We're gonna look at that.
We're gonna get deleted here pretty quick.
Okay, this is some other bullshit. We'll look at that later on. And the mechanism click after he flicks his wrist. Okay, well, this is one that's not even... Oh, I remember this guy. And let's see if I can find all the rest of these. Okay, so these are all the clips that at least we've got right here to talk about. And so let's look into it.
Because I'm surprised I'm so
COVID made viewers parasocial. I think COVID definitely made it worse. COVID 100% made it worse. So
it was already a thing, but that threw gas on the fire a little bit, I would think.
Incidents like this rather than proactively trying to prevent incidents. Well, I'm going to get to that. And so this is the event.
That's a good question.
Obviously, I knew about this. I mean, I don't really like saying stuff like this because it can be kind of like misinterpreted or weird. But whenever I ended my stream, I saw a message, and it was like 1 minute ago, and it was Emmy saying this had happened.
Oh, okay.
I immediately called her after I had finished my stream. I had to even make sure that, like, it was off. And she didn't, like, this was before it had even gone public at all, and she didn't really know what it was going to do or anything like that. And so then this video came out, and thank God
we didn't get that yet.
Out.
Do one more with the sword.
This is such a good thing that it did come out, because now we can see what happened. And here it is. Let's watch it. So you can see, and what had happened is this person came up to her, and they were in another meet and greet line. That's my understanding. And they skipped over the line. The security let them go through. This person then tries to go and grab her, right? He tries to grab her, and he tries to kiss her. That's what he tried to do. He does try to kiss her. This is blatantly sexual assault. It's not even a question. I don't know how anybody could say otherwise. So,
I don't think anybody really is, are they?
Security basically let this happen, and you can see.
Oh, she's like way up in the, like
this is the security.
He's way up in her space. He's not supposed to be there in the first place.
He was like waiting back from there. That was it. And so the guy totally did this, wasn't allowed to have our own security. I don't even really want to show the clip that much because it's just disgusting, but that's basically it. And so they banned our private security, unacceptable. Well, they did. They banned, so they also, well, I'll go back and I'll look at this one here. So Imaru talks about her favorite security guard. So Imaru did have a security guard. This was from about a week ago, but TwitchCon had banned that security guard from going to the event.
Why?
And you keep in mind, this is all before this event even happened.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should talk about this, whatever, who cares. I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop. So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like permabanned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And what the fuck? And it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore.
Sorry about the volume. I'm gonna turn the volume up.
Yeah,
again.
I can barely hear that too.
I didn't realize it was so low.
Yeah, let's listen again.
Okay, maybe I should talk about this, whatever, who cares. I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop. So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like permabanned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And what the fuck?
Why?
And it was like my favorite
What the
security
fuck?
guard.
Yeah,
I
true.
can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just like,
fucked.
okay, like it was so sad because he did.
So TwitchCon banned the guy for doing a citizen's arrest in a way. Well, yeah, I don't know really exactly. Like I don't know exactly, but we'll look at the next clip here too. So yeah, she had a security guard for doing this stuff, and then your security guard did his job, so he's banned. Is she okay? I mean, I think okay is a relative term. I mean, she's not hurt, you know, at least physically. So, I mean, I think that's really up to her. Why she's streaming on Twitch? I mean, because where else are you going to go, right? I mean, that's it. I mean, the guy that shoved the assaulter was actually aiming his own security. Well, it was it's more complicated, right? I mean, like, well, anyway, I'll go back and we'll look at this here. So we've got another one, and so this is Twitch right here. Twitch security lets streamers bypass multiple checkpoints, no questions asked. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll just scan in, and then we're meeting him up front. Okay. Thank you.
What?
Oh, that's a red one. Nope, you don't get to go in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they let him in anyway? What the fuck?
See, Danny's really good at just being ultra confident about everything, and
We just walked past.
yeah. Which one's which?
Oh yeah. Any place that you wouldn't ordinarily like, any place that you wouldn't ordinarily be supposed to be in, if you just act like you're supposed to be there, that works like about 85% of the time. Straight up, it works way too often. Yeah, if you look and act like you're supposed to be there and you're just kind of nonchalantly going through, that works way more often than you would think. Disturbingly. And I've seen that myself. Yeah, if you put off the vibe like you're supposed to be there, then nobody's gonna really think about it. Those guys fucked up because they just beeped somebody through that it just showed them that they weren't supposed to be there. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Well, the fucking thing's not scanning anyways, let's go. That's it. Easy peasy. Yeah, that works a disturbing amount of the time. Depends on what the situation is, but yeah. More often than you'd probably. Which is pretty goddamn scary if you think about it. Anyway.
So
Yeah, thank you.
haven't I sent a message to her see if she's all right? Yeah, yeah, sure. But like, I don't want to go and tell you guys how she's doing, like, because it's just I feel like it's not my place to discuss her well-being.
No, if she wants everybody to know her opinion, she can say
That's
that
all.
herself.
It's out of respect.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a huge invasion of her privacy. This event happening, her having even talk about it, Twitch lying about it. They lied in their statement about it.
Thank you. Oh, there he is.
Where is he? Oh, I see him.
Over there.
So you see all the meet and greets.
Hey, Stan.
We're with S-Fans team, so we're just gonna go through this side. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Stan.
Wait, under this way.
Did they really just do the thing where like, oh yeah, we're with the entourage? They're like, okay, I guess, and they just let them through. Yeah, I hope I'm not misunderstanding that, but that seems like that's what just happened there.
Whoa. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Ma'am, this is a McDonald's.
So how do you think it happened? I think I've got an idea.
Lacks security.
I think I've got a.
There's
I've got
people
a
not
good,
doing their
you know,
jobs.
maybe. Ooh, there might be a reason why this could be happening,
Yeah.
and it looks very secure. Yeah, very, very secure, guys. Just like they do with their TOS. Say what you want.
Well, you got to remember here too, just in case anybody doesn't understand, like this is like a convention. So naturally, a lot of the people that attend it are pretty famous, at least with respect to the people that are coming to like go see him and meet and greet him or whatever. Very famous. And I mean, you're always going to have weirdos, right? Every famous person has like fucking like stalkers and just weird people. Like that just comes with the territory. Just like music, celebrities, movie stars, etc. Right? That's why you end up having to have security, your own personal security for those reasons. Yeah, so this is no different. So it's strange to me that they're allowed to just walk in there. Oh yeah, we're with so and so. Okay. That's weird. I mean, it's not quite on the same thing, but like you wouldn't expect, well, I mean, that doesn't happen at like, say, I don't know, what would be a comparable thing, like the Emmys or the Golden Globes or any sort of event like that. Hell no, they got that shit down, like locked down like Fort Knox. Because any famous person is going to have like some weirdo that is going to do some weird stuff. That's just what it is, right? If they know you're going to be there. Not uncommon. Many such cases.
but at least they're consistent with their incompetence. Twitch security be like, yeah, there it is. The full extent of security seems to be some people wearing lime green shirts, hoping that the color is so obnoxious that it would scare off the attackers. It doesn't seem to be working. And so you've got another one, and this is Twitch contract required Emeru. So Emeru was required, I hope that I'm not over speaking here. Emeru was required to do a meet and greet in order to do her cosplay competition at TwitchCon.
Okay.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours.
I wonder why.
People being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So if you don't show up for the one thing, you can't do the thing that you actually want to do.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
Yep.
So you either have to do it,
Oh God.
do that part to be able to do your event at the show,
yeah, but it's not really about.
or
like,
you can't do
Senna's
either.
Situation is different. Like I'm talking really about Emmy's situation. There was no
Banana ring.
obligation. I'm not talking about Senna's situation. There was no obligation to do the meet and greet, but I don't know if that applied to Emeru. It did as well. It didn't. It didn't. It was a different situation.
I'm getting my ass beat.
I know a lot about this. Like I know what happened here. Like I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And so that's why I'm so Emmy was forced to be a petting zoo by Twitch. Basically, yes, that's right. And they held her show hostage by that. She was, you know, I think she was kind of reluctant to do it, but she did it anyway. And that's basically it. I mean, it's just disgusting. It absolutely is disgusting. And this is after they banned her security guard.
This at all.
Again, TwitchCon at Kendi allegedly snuck into Emeru's applicant-only meet and greet line. So here we go. This is the Twitter stream. So let's see the quality on this.
Now that I'm done with the meet and greet, I might as well tell you guys. Now that I'm done with the meet and greet, I might as well tell you guys. Whoa! Look at this BMW. I might as well tell you guys what the. I'm sorry. I might as well tell you guys what the fuck I actually did to get into the line. Hey, I snuck in. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, sneak
I was
in.
in line waiting for the meet and greet, and I figured, well, I got some intel that that you had to make a reservation for the meet and greet in the beginning of October. I never did that.
You
I
fucking
just knew
walk in
where
there
I had to
anyway.
be, and I executed.
Yeah. And this is not like genius IQ behavior. Usually it's the opposite of that. Really dumb people get away with this all the time for exactly the same reason I said. No, you just act like you're supposed to be there. And you ignore anybody that kind of even doubts that a little bit. And it works. It's just social engineering. It's not even like particularly clever. It's just social engineering. You just pretend like you're supposed to be there. Just like you say, people impersonating cops. That works like 90% of the time. Just by virtue of the fact that nobody thinks that you would be bold enough to do that and not actually be a cop. For instance. Which apparently, like, I mean, that was a thing even in our area around here for a little while. I haven't heard really any reports of that terribly recently, but I mean, in recent memory, in the last 5 years, that sort of was a little bit of a thing for a while. But yeah, it's the same thing. You just like pretend like that's what you're actually doing, and you know, most people will just think that's what it is, even if it's not. That's a big problem. Yeah, you just pretend like you're supposed to be there. Most people will say, all right. So I think that's what's going on with this guy. Like, nah, you just walk in there like you own the place, and people will assume you own the place. Works most of the time. More often than it doesn't. Let's put it that way. It works more than 50% of the time. The people that are supposed to be guarding against that should know better. That's what I would say about that.
And that's how you gotta be. I didn't prepare for this, but I was ready for it.
And he didn't do, the thing is, like, yeah, he did something wrong. He shouldn't have done that. But imagine if that person was malicious. Is this a 2%er? Nah, he's just a clown. But, like, what really matters, why are people self-snitching? I have no idea why they're self-snitching. I really have no idea. But I think that he's
probably
really
just show the weakness in the system.
That they just didn't give a fuck. I think that's really what he's doing. He's saying basically, damn, bro, like they didn't really give a fuck about this at all, huh?
Right.
Like, wow, damn. Like, damn, they dumb as fuck, right? Twitch won't ban him. I don't even know if he's on Twitch or not. But anyway, so the point that I'm making is that clip from a Twitter stream, the streamer accounts are experienced allegedly sneaking into the line where you're supposed to wait if you applied in October and then met Emmer. I don't know if he said Emmeru in this or not, but Dan said TwitchCon is basically Fort Knox. Yeah, and I guess all the gold's gone.
Apparently not.
So, top-notch security. One-notch security. Holy fuck, security was horrid. That would imply that it existed. I hope she sues. We'll see what happens. Absolute joke of a security team. I mean, are they even trying? No, they're not. If I were any popular streamer at the event, I would leave. Staying there only promotes their behavior like this to continue. And so there it is. And so what a joke. Poor organization, poor non-professional security. There you go too. And Temu Fort Knox, yeah, I guess so. And so should she sue?
Yeah, like a wet paper bag.
I think that is not something that I would want to discuss publicly right now. I understand you guys want me to give you know, juicy details and all that stuff, but you know, I try to be as professional as I can be, and I try to respect people's privacy to the greatest extent that I can, especially in regards to people that I'm friends with.
No,
and
of course.
I try to absolutely act in their best interest at all times, even whenever it's not good for content. So I apologize. I'm not going to be making any more comments on that. So this is a legitimately serious issue. And so there it is. We want blood. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. That's all I'll say.
There'll be repercussions for this. Yeah, accountability.
But how will that manifest? It is uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
And just before I get in trouble, metaphorical blood. Nobody's gonna get fucking hurt. And if they do, it's gonna be Twitch's fault because they let it happen at their own fucking event. Before people take that out of context again. Where they try to ban me for saying this. It just,
not literal blood, metaphorical. There's, you're gonna have consequences for these actions because people are gonna demand it. Yeah.
And let's see here, live stream the lawsuit. Yes, sure, right. And anyway, let me go back over here and I'll look at the rest. So Jockeyfish here, new Twitch tweet.
Damage on the
tweeted out about this again.
Every kill.
Let me see what Twitch said, and let's see if there is a response. Compete in exclusive State Farm Gamerhood Challenge. Okay, that's really about it. And let's see, did they say anything else? No, they didn't. They didn't. This is just another advertisement. And that's nothing else, right? I mean, it's just their social media manager. There it is. And so this is really Twitch responds. Let's get to that. I'm going to get to that. The man that attacked Emmeru may have had a knife. So
Oh, it doesn't matter if he
This is
did
a
it or
frame by
not.
frame. He moves his hand up. Obviously, I've seen all of these things. Now,
The fact that it's, well, like, whether he had a knife or not, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's just seems like crazy speculation because there's nothing in the video that really shows that. But he could have. If you get into those kind of close quarters with a celebrity and you're not supposed to be able to, God knows what could happen. And who cares if it's a knife? It could have been fucking anything, or his fists, or his hands, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everything's a weapon if you use it that way. So that doesn't even matter. The problem is that he was allowed to get that close in the first place. Where, like, that's not supposed to happen. So that's the actual problem. Like, people arguing, he could have had a knife. Oh, no, he couldn't, bro, or whatever. That's actually irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Could have been anything. That was bad enough as is. Anytime that you put hands on somebody for any reason, anytime you get in anybody's bubble, yeah, you're overstepping the line, period. I think. Like, yeah, if I can do this, if I can just swing my hands around, I got long arms, so my bubble's a little bit bigger than some people's are. But if I can do this, and I didn't invite you to be in this area, and you get hit, or you would get hit if I did that, you're too close, basically, in just about every situation. And I'm talking about in public, you know, like people, you don't know these people, things like that. That would be, it's been good ground rules for me over the years, is that's where the line is. And you're like, whoop, step back, and they don't. That's an act of aggression. Period. And I'm not being, you know, I don't think that's like, any kind of crazy opinion at all in any capacity. Like, no. Oh, you need to back up. If they don't, that's line stepping. That's what I think. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll look into this a little bit more. Obviously, trying to make a little progress on the game here, but yeah, give me like 2 minutes. We'll be right back, and we'll see about where the rest of this goes. So All right, let's see both of this. Settled? Okay, think so.
Now, I don't like, I mean, to say the guy had a knife, it was a pen, it probably was a pen. But, I mean, I've seen...
Might not have
John
anything,
Wick,
it doesn't
I've
matter.
seen the Dark Knight. I don't think that really makes a difference, does it? I mean, you can do some damage with a pen too.
Yeah.
So really, what is the real problem here? The real problem here is that a person with malicious intent was allowed to approach a creator with no vetting and no security. Whether or not this person had a knife is beside the point.
Should have never got that far in the first
If they
place.
had a brass knuckles, if they had a rock, if they had a key, if they had a shank, if they had a knife, a pen, anything, they could have hurt somebody, right? It's the intent that matters, right? And the intent, like a man of that size compared to a woman of that size.
I don't even think it's about intent. It's about the fact that you're not supposed to be in that area in the first place. Which does say something about the intent, I guess. But like, yeah, like that's a huge red flag. Somebody somewhere where they're not supposed to be in that sort of situation, I would take that as a direct threat. I certainly would if I was on the receiving end, that's for sure. And yeah, like, so none of that shit even matters. That's a conversation that is relevant. Oh, he could have had a knife. Yeah, well, that's really besides the point. Shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. Could, yeah, anything. And the guy's a lot bigger than she is. So that doesn't fucking matter. He just wasn't supposed to be there. So yeah, all that other shit just distracts from that fact. So I think that's a no. Even who gives a fuck about that?
It could be almost anything, and you could, like, I mean, if you had something like this, you could fucking irreversibly change.
Yeah, like I said, everything's a weapon if you want it to be one. So that doesn't matter.
I mean, let's be honest. That's just the first thing that's on my fucking desk, and so instantly over. Exactly. So really, it's about the intent. And so anyway, Emeru was warned. TwitchCon vibes were off. Oh, here we go.
What'd she say?
I have not seen this one.
I haven't really felt this, and then also, I haven't really felt this way, but I've heard so many streamers basically be like, the vibes are off this year, I don't want to go this year, I don't want to stream there this year, so I'm like, oh, well, I guess if everyone else feels that way, this may be a good bandwagon to hop on, perhaps.
She should have, I guess.
So, let's go back over, and this is her statement on it, and I had a gut feeling. I mean, it wasn't a gut feeling. Plenty of people told her this, right? I mean, they said this to her in general, right? I mean, let's be honest. And so, instinct tried. It wasn't instinct, it was people. People told her this. And other people did this. And again, like, you know, Emmy is a, you know, she is a put your best foot forward, try to be nice, try to be cooperative. She is a people pleaser. She will try to placate people, and she does so to, I think, her own detriment in a lot of regards. And it's one of the reasons why I've defended her in a lot of these situations, is because I feel like it's wrong. It's wrong to take advantage of a person like that.
Oh, it absolutely is. That makes it worse. If it wasn't a person like that, it would still be bad. The fact that, you know, it is a person like that, that just multiplies the, you know, fucking GTA stars that you're getting for doing anything to that person, right? It's bad in the first place. It's even worse when you do it to somebody like that. That's just not, it's It just makes it worse.
And I mean, somebody needs to say something. Somebody needs to do something. I mean, what the fuck else? What else is there to say? That's the reason. So, anyway, let me go back, and I'm going to show. I'm going to read her statement last, okay? Just so I can do everything in order, right? In chronological order, because Twitch actually did make a statement about this themselves, okay? So Twitch made a statement about what happened, etc. And I thought this statement was it was cute. It was a cute statement.
Cute? Oh, that's not good.
Written by the legal, and really showed that they cared. Very cute. And so this is what they said.
I haven't seen this, actually.
The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. I guess not.
Well, if that's true, then that makes me very worried about whatever their second, third, fourth, and fifth priorities are. Okay.
The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident.
Well, if the security was the way it should be, there wouldn't have been an incident.
What she said, so I don't accidentally speak out of information. In Twitch's statement, they said the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but
I don't think that's
a
what happened.
blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear that he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And it felt like this only happened because my manager was pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present
Actually gave
it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I want to repeat myself. It's even worse than this. So, Jesus Christ, yes, it is. It's sickening, and unfortunately, I'm the kind of person like, tell us more. Unfortunately, the worst stuff is going to be.
He can't give the inside information.
The first thing when I heard about this is I was looking for messages and text for it, right?
Yes.
But unfortunately, it was communicated verbally. I will let Emmy, if she chooses to, explain the details.
Yeah, well, it's her story to tell. Whatever she told him, that's not up to him to tell. Like, if somebody tells you something, that's your friend, which they're friends. Emaru and Asman and Tectone, had a podcast. They know each other in real life, etc. They're friends. Yeah, same thing. Like, if somebody that's a friend of mine or family tells me something, even if they don't say, don't tell anybody, I'm not just going to walk around and, let the whole world know about whatever that conversation is. Of course not. It's not my place to speak on it. If they want to talk about it, then they can. But until then, like, it's their story to tell, not mine. Oh, did so-and-so tell you this? Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about what they said. Unless they tell me specifically, yeah, it's okay, you can talk about it. Then sure. Otherwise, no. And it doesn't even have to be anything that's like some diabolical secret or anything like that. It's just like, no, like, I have, love and respect for the people that are close to me. It's not up to me to tell their stories. If they want to tell the story, they can. If they haven't, then I will assume that I probably shouldn't either. So that's kind of what I live by. So I completely agree with Asmund on this. It's not like he's withholding details. It's just a matter of just personal respect. She wants to talk about it in more depth than she can, of course. And yeah, like he's not at liberty to discuss things that aren't public. Like that's some rad ass behavior. Yeah, so like makes perfect sense to me. I completely agree with that. Like ain't my story to tell. And by the way, if you do that in your life, you should probably stop it, because it's going to create problems not only for the people that you're telling stories about, it'll create problems for you. So I just don't recommend that. If somebody tells you something, like, they don't have to like preface it by saying it's in confidence. That should just be the default. Somebody tells you something about what they got going on, somebody else asks about it, be like, at most I'll give you that, yeah, I had a conversation with them about that. Oh yeah, what did they say? I don't know, go ask them. If they wanted you to know, they'd tell you. Otherwise, mind your business. It ain't up to me to say.
But anyway, did Twitch set her up? I mean, indirectly, yes. And so,
yeah, but like not purposely. It's just because of their incompetence.
Let's go back over here.
I think.
If I look at this, we immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises. A lie. And now they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events.
I don't think that's actually true.
The most important word here. Never mind. I actually just added that word in myself. Now they are banned. Now they are banned, which is good. That's good. It's good that they banned them.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Now they
right off the, but they didn't do that immediately.
So we are coordinating with the impacted creators team, and as per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations.
Well, yeah, because now they have to.
Security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has a zero tolerance policy for harassment. In fact, that's not true. That's a lie. You don't have a zero harassment, zero tolerance. You have some tolerance. And acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. So, they're lying. Almost everything about this is a lie. Or it is a misrepresentation.
Of the truth, yeah.
And I want to go ahead and look at, so that...
It's a lawyer speak. But it's not even good lawyer speak, because that probably opens them up to some liability, which they should maybe be worried about. I like Twitch as a platform. I haven't experienced any of these issues, but I'm a nobody. But there's been a concerning trend associated with that, with them, and just like decision making stuff, which. I really hope they get that fixed, but I thought that for a while now, and these things seem to continue to happen. Why? I don't think it's malice. I think it's just lack of giving a shit. Really? I don't know how to put that in a better way. Like, it's just... I've worked in positions, decision-making positions, for actually the overwhelming majority of my professional career in, real life that I have a job for. And given that this sort of response or behavior from the decision-making people, it certainly isn't what I would do. If for no other reason, then that's going to cause me more problems. In potentially very serious one. For that reason alone, any sane person would, shy away from that or do things a different way. Regardless of your like, I don't know, moral fiber or what. Just like in a whole bunch of different ways. Like, who knows? I'm not privy to the whole situation. I'm not the decision maker there. But if I were in that position, or even the potential that I could be position, I would want to just like remove that from even being a problem in the first place. Again, if for no other reason, just because I don't want to have to deal with a problem, let alone my moral fiber would already say, nope, we're just going to eliminate this from even being a potential problem. But yeah, the disturbing thing is like, it seems like there's not a whole lot of consideration for this, which really makes you wonder who's in charge, who put him there, why, and who thought that was a good idea. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know why you would allow things like that to even be a possibility. I sure as hell wouldn't. No, because I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, so I don't get that. But anyway,
and
let's move
obviously
on.
Whenever this happened, a lot of people went back and they were talking about the fact that I had gone out and I had said, what do you call it? Let's see here. So Twitch, they're all incompetent. They obviously were. Security prior to messaging me wouldn't that they would show up with a gun and shoot me. I don't remember it being talked about super seriously. Yeah, this has happened. By the way, for any girl, there have been so many instances. News footage surfaced of the man who assaulted Emeru freely walking outside of TwitchCon.
Yeah, they just let him walk on his way.
I don't know if this is the person.
They should have hogtied him.
It's this person right here.
That's my personal opinion.
It sure looks like the person. So whenever Twitch said that they
should have dropped him like a rock immediately. Like, I checked IDs and, worked the door for my favorite bar that I frequented in my mid to late 20s, I guess. And it's like, I'm not a big tough guy or anything like that. But anybody that tried to pull bullshit with me, well, I just shut them down immediately. No, you're not getting in here. What the fuck, bro? I'm like, first of all, don't call me bro. But also, see that big guy over there that's tending the bar? If I give him a nod, he's going to give you a big old bear hug. He's going to do the Fred Flintstone thing where he takes you, walks you right outside the threshold of the door, sets you down, and then just tells you very simply, do not come back in here tonight. It's as simple as that. And if they do, well, they were warned. But it seems like not any of that even occurred with it. Like, no, just like, nope, we're not playing that game. You don't come in here to our thing that we're doing and then try to run the show. That's not how this works. No, we're running the show. As soon as you don't do that, then everybody's going to try to pull some bullshit. Nope, you just don't allow that shit in the first place. Not once, not ever. Make it very clear where the line is, and you keep it there.
And they lied to everybody. They lied to you. And the reason why they lied to you is because they think you're a fucking retard. They think their streamers are fucking retards. And the people that are running the event are also fucking retards.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because they can't.
That's the reason why.
They can't imagine anybody that has any more wherewithal than they do. Which is a common problem that a lot of people run into. It's, you know, it's that kind of thing where it was the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's basically where people have little to no experience in something, or just a little bit of experience in something, rate themselves way higher on their ability and on knowledge in something than people that actually have more experience and knowledge. So, you know, there's this bell curve where somebody just kind of starts to learn something about something, so they judge their ability or mastery of it much higher than what it actually should be. And then as you start to learn things and learn things and learn things, you learn how little you know. So now your confidence in that goes down. And then eventually, as you gain more experience, now you're kind of coming up here a little bit again. And this is where you end up when you're a pro. You know what you know, but you also know what you don't know. When you're a noob and you're first starting out and you're up here, problem is you don't know what you don't know. So I think that kind of applies to this situation. Like these people just don't know what they're doing. And they don't even realize that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Because they really don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's how it comes off to me, at least. Ask anybody that's worked in the service industry, or particularly in bars or clubs or any shit like that, and how you deal with people. They'll tell you the same. If you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. You never give it to them in the first place. If you do, you'll regret it. And if you make it a habit, you'll regret it way more. And I think that's where we're at here. So at this point, it's a little too late, probably. But we'll see. Which is too bad. I'm disappointed in, you know, that. Like, it could have been a lot worse, sure. But that has nothing to do with it. Well, it could have been a lot worse, and nothing would have changed. But Twitch is lucky it wasn't worse. They didn't do anything to prevent it from being worse. Shouldn't have happened in the first place. You want to keep yourself and you know, your people safe, you got to do a better job. It seems like they're woefully inept in this particular category, which then starts to make you wonder about other things. as far as their decision making goes. So yeah, I agree with Asmon on this completely so far. If I don't agree with him on something, I'll let you know. But at least, yeah, I haven't looked into this very deeply, but just from what I've seen, yeah, and my life experience, hell no, this should have never happened in the fucking first place. Let alone, just kind of the responses. That pretty much tells you who they are. They're just incompetent, at least in that capacity. Let's move on.
They disrespect your intelligence. They lie to your face in an event with cameras everywhere, thinking that somehow they're going to have the upper hand.
It's pretty dumb.
That's not the same person. I don't know about that. Sure looks like the same person.
Even if it isn't, that actually doesn't really matter.
Sure
It doesn't.
looks like
It doesn't detract from the overall point.
Also, I can just say they did not try to stop the guy. He could have.
No, they didn't. He just walked away.
He could have walked out, and I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I did make a response to this as well, and this is some other bull. Well, I made two responses. Number one, I said this. I think this will be, and I said parentheses, should be the last year of TwitchCon. Obviously, this is what's going to happen. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody ever going to TwitchCon ever again. Like, it's
Well, as creators, not unless they're contractually bound for some reason, but at this point, who would sign up for that? Hell no. Yeah, why would you? Especially, like in Emeru's case, she couldn't bring her own, like, personal bodyguard to the event because he was banned by the, TwitchCon people because he actually did his job the last time. He didn't even, like, beat the fuck out of the guy. He just subdued him until the cops could come and arrest him. And that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. What do you mean? Twitch should have gave the bodyguard his own fucking, if he didn't already have an account, they should have gave him one and boosted him. Fuck you. I don't know the specifics on that particularly because that's the first time hearing it, but if that's what it was, she didn't even have her own people there in the same way because she couldn't, because yeah, the whole thing is fucking retarded. It seems like it was the people that are making these decisions are woefully inept for the positions they've been put in. That's how it looks to me. I don't know if that's true. It just seems that way to me, based off of what I've seen. I have no inside knowledge on any of that stuff or anything like that, but I mean, goddamn. Yeah, thank God nothing worse happened, but anyway. Yeah, it's a shame.
over. It's done. This is the last. Like, I mean, how do you come back from this?
Yeah, why would anybody want to go after this?
If it was 6 to 8 years ago? Yeah, it did. It did. Every year stuff like this happens at TwitchCon. It's just a lot of times it wasn't talked about. It happened this year. There was a video of it. Emery is really popular, so people know about it. Mm-hmm. And also you have people like me that cover it. But yeah, it's been happening every year.
Yeah, that's why it's still going on.
Ask anybody,
I would imagine.
That's gone to TwitchCon. There's so many instances of weird shit like this happening.
Mm-hmm. It's not definitely not the first time I've heard about that.
Yeah. And Playboy Max Jam with 20 bodyguards doesn't sound like a bad idea. Yeah, sure, right? And anyway, so I'll go back and I'll look at this. So I did make a longer statement about this because I had said,
Yeah, I read through all that.
Asmongold urges women
100% agree with what he said down there.
2025. I said that if I was a woman, I would never go to TwitchCon. And I said this might be a bit of a longer post, sorry. And I will explain why I said that.
By far, one of the longest posts I've ever seen Asmon make on Twitter. Anyway.
To expand on this statement, the reason I said this actually had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk or any other civil unrest this year. Well, of course, that's an agitating variable. It wasn't the reason. Last year at TwitchCon, NMP LOL and Wake Wilder were sexually assaulted live on camera. Twitch made no statement and pretended like it didn't happen.
Yeah, like nothing came of that at all.
Behavior is disgusting, wrong, and has no place in civilized society. Anyone with a brain knew that if this had happened to a female creator at the time, Twitch's response would have been completely different. Anyone without a brain had that proven last night. That was with Emery. And I had said this even then. That was the clip that I played at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
And so, to me, this proved an undeniable cynical reality. Twitch doesn't care about sexual assault. They care about the optics of sexual assault. If they had cared, they would have approached it with men in the same way. This proves their motives are driven by optics, not rather than principle. Under that reasoning, it could...
And the problem is that they're not even good at that. By the way I see it, like, even then, like, imagine that you don't actually give a shit. You run a company and you don't actually give a shit about a certain issue, but you do care if it looks bad, if you like make the wrong decision on it, right? Even if you don't care about the issue itself, you still don't want to like look bad, right? They couldn't even get that part right. The fuck? Like, yeah, I don't get that. I mean, like, I don't really have a dog in the fight on this at all, but like, so what he's saying is there's a difference between actually caring about the issue or just caring about how it looks. They're not even getting that part right. That's like the most insulting part of the whole fucking thing. In a way, is like, not only do they not give a shit about it, but they're not even very good about like, controlling the optics about it. That's just astonishing. Truly. Because with things like that, like, you might not actually give a shit about something, be like, but we don't want this to happen. I don't actually give a shit if this goes on, but it'll look bad if we allow it, so we're just not going to let this happen, right? I think that's perfectly reasonable from a business perspective, depending on what the issue is, but like, just in general, like, you might not actually give a shit about the issue, but you're going to look bad if you allow certain things to go on. Well, then you just make it so those things don't go on, so that you don't have the problem. And if you do it right, you can even make if you care about the optics that much, you can even make a big deal about we're doing this to not have that happen because we care. Well, no, you don't actually care. You're just doing it because you don't want to look bad for, being on the wrong side of the issue. So yeah, I actually don't think this is actually a super strong argument because of that. Like, they don't care about the issue at all. They kind of care about the optics, but even that, like, they're not very good at handling, apparently. That's just sad. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that's holy fuck, man. That's a lot now that I think about it. Goddamn, that's a lot to take in. Jeez. I mean, fucking hire some better PR people and or listen to them. They will help you avoid situations like this. That's what you do in any business, especially like really big ones. God damn. You gotta at least pretend like you give a shit, even if you don't. Fumbling that part too that's just embarrassing. What the fuck? Why are you getting paid, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars a year to run the show? And you still make your employer look like a fucking idiot? God damn, I'd be really pissed if I was Jeff Bezos, I'll tell you that. Holy shit. Oofta. Anyways, let's see. Damn sneezes. Why is it that my most beloved season of the year and my most hated are the same thing? And I only hate it because of the fucking allergy. Otherwise, I love the weather and I love everything about it. The fall here is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, everything. But all that shit drying up and everything. Apparently, the kind of shit in the air that pisses off my nose and my face. Anyway, so I digress. Let's do, I think shoot, I wonder if it counts for that. It probably doesn't. Because I think I have something on my list for thorns, but I think it only applies to if you have it as a tome. So doing it on this thing, I don't think it will stack that. I guess we'll do power up multiplier and then we'll continue listening here.
That Twitch would allow the same thing to happen again this year. Why wouldn't they? They got away with it last year. That was the true reasoning behind what I said. That was why. Even
well, that means they didn't learn anything. That means they're just tards.
Apologize to Amaru, or even name her. Innocuous to the uninitiated, but obvious to the informed. They are refusing to apologize because it could be used against them in a lawsuit.
Yes.
They are refusing to name her because it could, to avoid boosting SEO, search engine optimization, connecting the company to this event, and to not further spread her name in the hopes that it will minimize this controversy.
Yeah.
In front of
it's
everyone,
damage control.
Optics over
That's
principle,
all.
and insult your intelligence by assuming that you're too stupid to see it. Actions speak louder than words, and what people avoid saying often reveals their true intent. I apologize that sometimes whenever I speak on issues that I do in such a way that is brash and offensive, and it polarizes people against me. When things like this happen, it makes me think about that a lot. Could I have made a bigger difference if I was less of an asshole? Maybe. Stay safe, trust your instincts, and believe what you see and not what you hear.
Yes. 100%.
So,
totally agree.
I felt like I had to say something about this.
Yeah, that was his own words, and I
Didn't they do
completely
the same
agree with
for
that.
Adriana Chinnick? Yes. And if you go back again to my the original clip of me talking about this topic, to have somebody have that happen at your event, you don't even make a statement on it. And this is after the year of the girl that breaks her fucking back in the ball pit because the balls were 2 fucking inches deep. I did say it.
Yep.
Yeah. I did. And so that's the reason why I said what I said. That's the reason. It was not some kind of weird bullshit or anything else. That's why. I knew it. Everybody knew it. And there it is. And also, again, they will not name her and they will not accept fault. That's because they care about...
Yeah, I've looked at all the Twitter stuff overnight last night. The stream is from yesterday. Yeah, like, as far as I can tell... What he said is still true. Like, Twitch has not said anything about Emaru specifically or any of that stuff. You know, just vague lawyer speak. We condemn these actions, etc. I go on Twitter. You can find it yourself. And that's why they're trying to mitigate, you know, liabilities when they're probably going to get sued. So they have to say things in a certain way to not get themselves in trouble with the legal case that will probably come in one way or another. But they also have to speak on it in some way, so they use very vague language to make it seem like they actually give a shit about this issue and they're working with the proper people and stuff to make sure this never happens again, blah, blah. But they're not saying the specifics about the incidents. You know, it was Emaru who had this happen to her. This is the guy who did it. The reason he got that far was this. And that was a massive fuck up. Now, if they said all of those things, I would consider them to be genuine in their concern. But without, you know, actually putting those things together and saying it themselves, well, in my view, like, that seems to conflict with my morals. I'll say that. It isn't what I would do in that situation. Now, maybe they'll end up being right in the end. But I don't think so. But yeah, that was a massive fuck up on top of fuck ups that happened already. Like, I mean, you're only going to get so many chances at that, and people will actually get mad and, you know, they'll go somewhere else. Happens in politics too. The country will vote somebody in for, you know, the full 8 years. I'm trying to think now, because what I was going to say is, like, most of the presidents in my lifetime, I was born in 1981. So Ronald Reagan was president for 9. And then in 1988, 88, his vice president, George Bush Sr., ran for president. Which would be typical in that case. You know, you've got the popular president, or at least popular in the fact that he got voted in twice. It would seem pretty natural to have your vice president run for president because you can't anymore, which is what happened. It makes total sense. Like, I don't think there's anything crazy about that. So then Bush had his term, Bush Sr., and then in 1992, we had Is that the one like Bush was running for a re-election? Let me see if I remember this right. I'll fact check it. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So in 1992, we'll get back to the game here and all this stuff in a second, but I feel like I got to do this aside. In 1992, George Bush was going up for re-election for his second term. Then you had William Jefferson Clinton as a Democratic candidate, and you also had H. Ross Perot, who ran as an independent. That would have been in 1992. I remember vividly, even though I was pretty young at the time. I would have been 11. But at that point in my schooling, we'd been taught enough history about, like, you know, the foundation of the United States and the Constitution and stuff, even in like 4th grade or whatever. Like, I understood the significance of the fact that you had even just the independent party guy running again. And I don't remember how much of the vote that he actually got. Let's look. First of all, let's validate the fact that I'm not completely crazy. So let's see about that. Let's flip over real quick. We'll come back and watch more of the video, but like I gotta see this now. So let's see. Oh, not that one. There it is. Okay, so let's go to Grok and then just ask it that question. Okay, Grok, what do I want to know? Who were the president? Just to make sure I'm not crazy. It would be weird if like the actual history was something completely different, because something's very wrong if that's the case. So hopefully, who are the presidential candidates in 1992? Oops. Spell it right and do a question mark. Only one question mark. I'm not that serious. Let's ask Grok. Uh-oh, what happened? Holy fuck, did it crashed Chrome? No, like it really did. Apparently, are we not supposed to ask that question? That's a pretty innocent one. That's not even conspiracy theory shit. Like, Chrome crashed. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Like, what the actual fuck? Give me a second. I'm gonna try to fix this. Yeah, I've literally never had. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen, because it's never fucking happened before. Oh my god. Anyway. Phew. That's craziness. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, how the fuck does that even happen? I don't even know. Okay, yeah, there we go. We got Grok. So let's ask. Can I make it like bigger? How about we do this? Yeah, that works kinda. All right, good enough. So, yeah, like that. Who were the presidential candidates, or who were the candidates in the 1992 U.S. presidential election. I seen H. Ross Perot's name in the fucking results things already, so I know I'm right about. It was a three-way race dominated by two major party candidates and a prominent independent. Democrat Bill Clinton emerged victorious, defeating incumbent President George H.W. Bush. Independent businessman Ross Perot received the highest share of the popular vote, 19%, for any third-party candidate since 1912, but no electoral votes. So he didn't get one electoral vote, even though he had 19% of the popular vote. That's crazy. Well, Bill Clinton won. That was right. Goddamn. Think about that. Think about if we had the next presidential election, you had something like that go on. Oh, you can't see the bottom part. Right there. The guy got 19% of the popular vote and didn't get one electoral vote. That's really crazy. Think about that. One in five people that voted at all voted for that guy. Let's put it in those terms. So that's pretty common. If we had something like that go on the next one, that would be pretty crazy. I don't know that the independent would lose. It would depend on who it is. It's a thing that could happen. Like, I don't know if it's a good idea if it would or not. Probably not. I think they get a lot less traction because people are so programmed that they have to either you're a Democrat or a Republican and that's it. You never even think about the independents. But there haven't been super strong independent candidates in the first place. H. Ross Perot was probably the last one. Like, he was actually seriously wanted to win the presidency, and he ran as an independent. But he was also like a really rich guy, so I'm sure he probably financed the whole fucking campaign himself. And he got 19% of the popular vote. I would give that guy props. And he had a retired admiral as his running mates. That sort of thing would probably actually go over pretty good these days. And now that I think about it, I don't know. Like, that's pretty good. You got to have two guys that know what the fuck they're doing. They got to have a plan that they're going to do what they say they do, right? And to Trump's credit, I think that he has done a lot of things that he said he was going to do, or at least has, made significant stride for, whether you agree with those things or not. I think you could, if nothing else, you have to give him that, like, he is doing some of the shit that he said he would do, which is kind of refreshing because a lot of the politicians don't really in such a enthusiastic way. I mean, you can still like do bad things and have that attitude, but like if you want to get shit done, you have to actually do it. It seems like in politics there's a lot of talk about we should do this or we should do that, but a lot of the actually making things happen is they prefer to just like throw money at this problem or this problem or give it to this organization and they're going to fix this thing that we think that we should fix. That's not quite the same thing as I don't know, I'm trying to think of a way to articulate this. I want to see people, elected officials that are supposed to be, carrying my voice. I want to see things like actually happen. And what I mean by that is I want to see like actual visible improvements in our communities that let us know that our tax dollars are being well spent. Make it evident that it's having an impact, and goddamn it, it better be a positive one. Otherwise, what the fuck are we paying you guys for? That's what you're supposed to be doing. Just go do that, and don't fuck around about it. Don't be a crook about it. Just fucking get done what the people want you to do. At least, as far as stuff that we can actually see, the impact that's being happening in our country specifically, that we can all see with our own eyes, right? I would want to see a little more positive impact from the government in general in that sort of direction. So if somebody's actually like physically in real life that you can see doing things that they said they would, I'm going to appreciate the fact that they actually like are mobilizing and doing it versus somebody that just, says they're going to do something and then nothing happens. That's not change. And, changing things around sometimes ends up being worse than what you had before. But that's only a thing that you can really assess in retrospect. Like, if if you actually believe in what you're trying to do, just go do it. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Within reason, but I mean, just like, nope, this is my plan for the country. We're gonna change how we do things a little bit, and hopefully it'll be better for society. Like, yeah, no, like as a concept completely devoid of anything else, like that sounds great. Everybody says that that's what they want to do, but some people might actually like have a plan on how they think they're going to get that done. But then they actually have to do it. And if people don't see a benefit from whatever their actions are, they're not going to like it very. So give us stuff that we actually like. It's really easy. You want to be the most beloved person in America, just give the people what they actually need and want, instead of a bunch of fucking around that just makes people more stressed out and mad than their normal life would even be besides. Just get shit figured out. That's what we pay for. If you can't get shit figured out, why are you there? Why the fuck? Yeah, guys, why are we paying for that? I don't mind paying for it if that's what I get, but I do mind paying for it and then not getting it. Just do your goddamn jobs. And don't try to like fucking scam a bunch of money. Just go in there honestly and be a good person and do your fucking job. And you should be in big trouble if you abuse that trust. Because that's all it is. Like, you only get the ability to do the job that you're doing is through the will of the people. You should not be betraying that trust for any reason. One, because it's the wrong thing to do if you do that. And two, the people should hold you accountable for it if you do a bad job knowingly in an elected position. No, don't be a crook. And, well, that's the problem. Is like that sort of the inherent problem is that sort of position in society is going to attract people naturally that would want to abuse it. Like, that's just a fact. I mean, if it's going to attract people to that position that would faithfully do it, it's certainly going to attract people that would unfaithfully do it. Let's be real. So you always have to guard against that. But I don't know if there's, I don't know what the solution to that is, but they're public office, right? They are public employees. They work for us. And it's not too much to ask in the case where you're the employer that people please do the minimum requirements of the job. If you do that, we will be happy. Why can't we just do that? And they don't have to be crazy requirements, just like you have to do it though. No fucking around. Otherwise, we're going to have to come up with some other way of representing ourselves. So we might have to refine, like, I don't know what that means. Like, if, like, the redistricting stuff that, like, Texas did a little while ago, I think, and then just California's got something in the works, kind of like they're trying to, like, gerrymander fucking areas for more house seats or less or whatever. Fucking ridiculous. But yeah, that's kind of the problem too, is like, it seems like the mechanism for the people actually being able to exercise their voice is a little bit suspect. Like, I mean, like, what is true representation? What does that mean? What, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not even going to go into any of that stuff. But just like, if you don't feel like your vote counts, then why the fuck would you even participate? And ultimately, that's bad for society. But you're not bad if you feel that way. I don't know. Well, I think we've talked about politics enough. But yeah, no, it's basically just be fucking nice. Mind your own business. And don't go out of your way to fuck somebody else over. If you do those things, like, the most of the time that you can, you're probably going to be better off. That's just increasing your stats on all the things that you need to actually be a good person. It's not that hard to do. You just actually have to pay attention to your stats. But anyway, we'll take a 2-minute break and we'll see if we can get through the rest of this. But like, yeah, I had to look that up. I can't even remember how we got on the topic of that. Just because, yeah, that was the last time. Oh, because otherwise we pretty much have elected our presidents 2 terms at a time for a while there. Because we did Reagan twice. Bush was only once. But then it was Clinton twice. And then Bush twice, and then Obama twice. So we had 3 different times where we had the full 8-year span. That's 24 years with just the 3 guys, right? And then we did have a little bit of switch up. We had Trump for 4 years and then Biden for 4 years, and now we've got Trump again. That's just the idea that's kind of wild to me. We certainly live in interesting times. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, stretch my legs a little bit. But yeah, I'll be right back. We'll get through this. probably done talking about that kind of stuff because now I'm tired. I just want to play the game and have fun. So, yeah, we'll do that. But I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, that's enough serious stuff for. Yeah. It's still like, I don't know. Which should have done a better job with that. I'm not sure how we went from the Twitch conversation to this, though, but I think it was probably just the idea that people, you know, they go with what they know until they have to do something different, which I think is pretty natural. But, you know, what that's for could be a lot of different things. But anyway, we'll get back to the game. Like that. Yeah, like, that's the problem, is that kind of drama wears me out, because then I start thinking about things and then I'm like, you know, these are like things you intellectually care about, but not all of them directly affect you. So just relax a little bit. Don't treat it like it's a good idea in some cases to remind yourself not to take things too seriously. I think sometimes, I mean, some people will do that for the wrong reasons, but there are good reasons to actually not take some things too serious. You'll live longer just because of less stress. You're gonna get gray hairs, get them for better reasons, you know? But, you know, everything's subjective. Let's go. Let's get this done. Let's see. Yeah, like, I don't even want to listen to any more of the stream, because, like, not about the stream, but just, like, yeah, that's, like, bad shit to, like, it's a bad thing that happened. I'm kind of bummed out about it. So now I'm going to have to, like, let that marinate for a while. That's good enough for now, though. Yeah, so let's play the game. But oh, I was gonna turn the sound back up because it seems like it's probably, that's what I was. Or do I have to open this before it'll let me do damage to bosses and elites? Oh yeah, fuck, we're gonna die anyways. Wow, I really drug out that death, didn't I? Yeah, to be fair, like that was gonna happen. I wonder if I subconsciously started talking about something else to delay the fact that that was gonna happen. I don't think so, but who knows? Like I didn't do that on purpose, but that's kind of funny. If you listen to me long enough, I'll let you watch me die in the game, metaphor. Well, it was quick. At least the actual death was. And the thing is, we got like, oh, we're getting close. We need less than 500 more enemies killed with the sword to get that achievement finally. So let's go do that. But yeah, I was gonna do the on setting. It seems like that. You want to get immersed in this game, and actually you can hear them from which way they're coming to. So like, kind of does matter a little bit. So you can at least hear that. Anyway, so we're gonna go with Oofy again. Just the easy one again. It's taken way longer to crank out the 12.5k enemies killed, because like we've had to have that achievement on like every other character that we played already, and this one seems to be taking significantly longer to do that than the other ones. Maybe it's because it's a melee weapon, so like the other weapons are killing them first, so then that doesn't count as using the sword. I mean, that could be. I mean, I guess if you want to know for sure that every kill is from the sword, just never take any other weapons. But probably not going to live that long if you do that. Well, let's go with a pickup range, like right off the rip. If they're going to give us something with XP game, we should probably take that for now. Sword, projectile count 1 to 2, and size. Yeah, I should take that. Cooldown tome is really good. I don't think we need it for anything anymore, unless there's like cooldown 12 or something. I don't think so. No. But cooldown tome is pretty good because, you know, it's like your reload or something in a Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. It's like, it's just your ability to shoot again or do the damage again happens faster. So cooldown's really good for that. I'm gonna take the sword anyway, because we need just any weapon upgrade sort of thing right now. Otherwise, we're going to have a real tough time real fast. Oh, it's a freaking challenge? Damn it. Damage on sword. We'll go big balls sword. Earn more gold from killing enemies. Yeah, I suppose that's good to get early if you're gonna get it at all. I'll do a revolver because I like revolver. I think it's satisfying mostly because like you can actually like hear it, all the shots go off and you can see it pretty plainly. Like it gives you a a whole lot of feedback that it's actually doing something, because some of the animations for some of the other things don't really give you the warm fuzzies in the same way that, like, hell yeah, I just hit that thing. But with that one, like, at least without a bunch of other shit going on, you really notice it and it feels satisfying. You're like, yep, you gotta have that revolver. Crit chance, I don't know. I'd rather do the sword on this one. We could do HP tome though. Like, we have surprisingly little health to start off with. I think I will actually, because I already have those other two things in the mix no matter what. So yeah, let's take the HP tome. Something here. Upon taking damage, send out electric shocks to nearby enemies. Okay. Earn more gold from killing enemies. Apparently we're gonna earn a lot of gold this time around. Or does that just mean the game is gonna want us to like buy and open like a million chests? XP gain by 8. Good. Ah, fuck. All of those are things that I would just consider taking for sure, because they're all good in their own way. I really want the size tome, because I feel like it's pretty generally good for any weapons that you have. Like, there are ones like if you had the right lineup it would favor more, sure, but like it's pretty strong anyway. But I have this achievement for the slutty rocket on my thing here that I haven't crossed off yet, and I'm pretty sure that I don't actually have it, so I think that's I should pick that for that reason. We got a quest to complete. Damaged by 10%. That's pretty good. Which takes on every time. Get this guy. He's gonna have something for me here. Yep. Ooh. I would do sword on this one first. Shit, I should have gone down there. Should have done that one up there first. Well, I'll do pickup range. I actually, for like the knockback tome, I need that achievement yet. But I don't think that this affects that. You got to have the actual tome for it. So I'll take pickup range instead. Ooh. I'm going to go with the bloody tome just to get it. I think that's generally a good one to get. When given the choice, I've had no real strong argument not to. Campfire, that's not going to help us out much because we probably won't be standing still for the most of it, so not amazing, but I guess it could have its uses. Do I have regen on here? I don't think so. Okay. Oh. Yeah, regen 8 I need. I don't know. I feel like I might have got that. We'll do it anyways. Just in case. I've been pretty good about crossing those off, so if it's still on there, I probably do have that. Damage. Man, this is going better than I would have thought. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take chunkers because I don't think I've ever taken that one before, so I don't even know like how it's gonna go. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually picked that one. I remember commenting on it before because it made me think of Earth Shield in World of Warcraft on Shamans. And I actually assumed that it would probably behave that way. But I haven't picked it yet. Do that. All right. I don't like. Oh, there they are. I was like, I don't see them. Except I expected them to be more like brown in color instead of gray. Like I expected it more look like chunks of dirt. Idle juice. Or you stand still, the more damage you do. Well, that would be great if I had a build where I could do that. I'm not sure that I do. Actually, if you wanted to build that out, you'd probably have to do a tier 2 run so that you have the whole another map to farm stuff. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get it high level enough for it to be good. I don't know. Do I want projectile speed? Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I'll do it. We'll make that the last one. Is there anyone that we should try to fish for besides that? And well, not any that are on this list, so I'll go with projectile then. Charge shrine. Well, that's just generally good. There we go. Anyway. Well, supposedly regen's on my list. It says I have to get to level 8. So I guess we'll try for that. I feel like that's one that I just by default grab a lot, so it's kind of surprising that I haven't hit that before. I don't quite trust that, but I'm pretty sure that that's I don't know. We'll do I would do Cursed Doll. This one. The tome. Look at that. Smokes. Yeah, I'll do that because I think that's probably going to be a good idea. Projectile speed. Sure. I'll just take it on faith that that was probably the best option. It probably will. Maybe not. Projectile speed and crit chance. Well, we'll do regen again. Projectile speed, regen, or crit chance on the slutty rocket. I'm going to do regen simply because we're trying to get to level 8, I guess, and we're at 3 now. But objectively, the projectile, that's a good one. So hopefully I don't regret just going with the regen tome instead. But that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to point out, like, yeah, like, yes, I know what I'm walking away from. Hopefully it works out. Increase my luck. Well, who doesn't need to get lucky? Revolver bounces. Oh, projectile bounces and damage. Yeah, we're doing that. Nope, I'm not going to do regen this time, even though we're still on the quest for that. Nope, I got to take it on the revolver. It's too good to pass up. Yep. Come on, magnets. Oh, we get a reprieve on the projectile tome. It gave that to us again. But projectile bounces goes from 1.6 to 3. I think I have to take it for that reason alone. The projectile speed, I don't know how much that does for the bullets because it seems like they shoot them pretty fast anyway, so I don't know. But the bounces probably makes it worth it. Again, I'm going to snub projectile speed tome, even though I don't want to, because I think this is probably better to have right now. We'll see if it's all come. Projectile speed tome. Do I have one for that? Like, I don't think so. I don't think I do. Well, that means I already have that quest done, or I didn't bother writing it down. But fine, we'll take some projectile speed because the game really wants us to have it. Oh, I refreshed it. Whoops, never mind. Instead of that, I will do chunkers, cause we haven't used that before. We might as well give it a fair shake, right? That's the first opportunity I've had to level that up anyways, so there you go. All right, now we're focusing on chunkers, or at least it's on our radar, right? Knockback and damage. Ooh. Yeah, I think we gotta do chunkers again. We try to keep in mind that we wanna go over towards the boss at some point. We got plenty of time still, but I need to remember that and remind myself of it, or I'm gonna forget. Attack speed by 8. That's a good one. I'm happy with that, sure. Hell yeah, I'll take that. Max HP by plus 25, sure. Sounds good to me. I'll do the regen tome because we do need to get that leveled up. So I ignored it once or twice. We gotta do it. Oh, dude. Battle. Oh. I had to work at that a little bit. Let's see. Projectile count and crit damage. What's a crit chance? A crit chance is 1%, so that's not as good as it sounds like. Although it does increase the projectile count by effectively. Or I think we got to give Slutty Rocket a little love. It's only at level 1. And we get projectile count and damage. I think that's what we should. Yeah, we're gonna do that. What's this? Get extra gold when taking damage. Okay. So, is that like the equivalent of throwing yourself in front of a car to get like insurance money for injuries or something? Because that seems kind of dishonest. I wouldn't do that. Let's see. I would take, isn't the inoculation thing here? Does it show me that if I moused over it? Not there. How about here? Yes. Damage by 10%. So I think I should juice that thing. The only problem is it's going to eat these other ones. So do I really want to do that or not? Actually, no. Because pretty much all of those things that I have, like, it's just as well that I have them, so I don't want to really risk any of them. I don't think any upgrading these things would be worth the risk. Let's put it that way. So no. And there's 2 fucking microwaves right here. Are you shitting me? Oh, we finally got the fucking sword achievement. Can you believe it? All right. Well, that makes me happy because that's what we've been trying to do today. So we got it. All right. Let's have a beer. Sure. Seems appropriate. All right. Regen. Oh, well, we have to go a regen on this one just because we need it still. And it's purple. Oh, sword would be really good too, but we can't take it. We got to do the regen. We got to try to get that knocked out here in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. So we probably shouldn't fuck around. I'll do chunkers on this one and hope it saves my ass here. Fuck. XP gain, I guess. And I also have to like figure out how to not die because these guys are following me around a little too much. These guys are my fake entourage. They're not my real entourage. Check them at the door. They're literally just a bunch of weirdos that are following me around. gotta take regen. Oh shit. It'd be really great if we did a lot more damage right now. Might as well go with gusto. I'll fucking whittle him down if I have to. He's gonna have to kill me first. Oh yeah, we'll do chunkers again. If you get damage and projectile count on anything at the same time, you should probably just take that. Damage and knockback. I don't know how the truth is, like, I don't know how much projectile speed is going to help with this particular build. I really don't have a good gauge for it. I don't know. Because it could be quite good to invest in, or it could be completely worthless based off of what I got going on. I can't tell which direction it would be. Because of that, then I'm just going to take chunkers and then hope that makes up some of the difference there. Why did I pick the projectile speed? So maybe I shouldn't have. We'll do lifesteal this time because it's probably going to be about the last time I'm really going to be able to pick that. Damage to enemies above 90%. That's actually kind of good. Helps take the trash down quicker. Charge shrine. Okay, well, let's find some charge shrines so we can use that. That'd be glorious. Also, we're coming up on boss time here. Damage, that's good. Ooh. I'll do demoniac soul, but it's like way too late in the run for that actually like have a whole lot of impact. Boss buster, because if we want to kill the boss, we're gonna probably have to have that. Bounces and speed. I don't know. Or damage and projectile count. I would do slutty rocket on this one, actually. And I like the revolver, but I don't think the stats that it gave us for it were terribly special. Beefy. Beef. It's what's for dinner. I don't know if we'll even be able to get over there before we get overwhelmed. We'll see. Crit chance, okay. Definitely not gonna activate that. Stand around this thing. Damage to elites. All right, can we kill the boss? I'm guessing not. We're having too hard of a time with just the normal ghosts. Yeah, we're We're already cooked on this one. We don't have enough regen to make it worth it. And I did not get to +8 regen either. I only had 7. Would this put me there if I got this? Because it would be truly epic if it did. But I felt like a few times, like when I thought this was the situation, it was just saying that I was going to get level 7, not that I'm at level 7 already. See what I'm saying? So if that's it, then I still have to get one more. So I hope that's not the case. Because I don't think we'll survive long enough to do it. If this doesn't get me the achievement for it, we're going to have to chase it again, I guess. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it did give it to me, actually. Okay. So it was actually the less pessimistic way of those two options. Better one. Okay, good. And so we actually got 2 achievements on the way on that run. Holy smokes, this was more productive than I thought it would be. And probably everybody else did too. So sword. Yeah, you done. Cross you off. And regen. Cross that up. Okay. I crossed them off. So that way I won't forget. And then tomorrow or the next day I go chase after them again. Even I already got them. I don't think that's actually happened, but like I have that worry about it. Okay, we'll just go do that. We got some unlocks, so let's go see what that is. So quests, yeah, we got that one for doing the sword kills. Yep. 12.5k enemies using the sword. That took a lot longer than I would expect. Like honestly. Regen tome to level 8. I think that's the first time I actually tried to chase that one, so I'm happy that we got it. And we'll see what the unlocks for it are. I have no idea, honestly. So this is for the Executioner is the one we got for the sword enemy. So we'll just buy it. We have plenty. Would say a piercing blade, small chance to instantly execute an enemy. Oh, that could be fun. All right. And leeching crystal. So what does this do? Plus 50 max HP at the cost of minus. Oh. At the cost of minus 50% HP regen. Ooh, I don't know about that. I think you'd have to have kind of a specific circumstance where you could make that work. I mean, it's interesting because you could make a build that actually does that, I'm sure. But I don't think it would be easy to do necessarily on the fly. Like, if you knew you were going to get that, you would do things a certain way. But if you have no idea if you're going to get that or not, then, you know, that's not going to be the same thing. Like, yeah, if you could choose to, like, specifically put one of these items in something that you're guaranteed. Well, I mean, they all should be guaranteed to roll, but there should be a way that you can guarantee a higher roll chance. And maybe you can only pick one thing from items, one thing from tomes, one thing from weapons. I'd be satisfied with that. And you can make me earn each one of them. That's fine. But I don't think that they have something like that, but if they don't, then they should consider it, I would say. It would just make things even that much more interesting. So anyways, we got some new toys to play with, apparently. And now the thing is like, okay, well, we got that sword quest done, so like, who should we pick? Is there anybody else on the list here? Oh, we have to kill 15,000 items as Robinette. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be the next one. Be able to flag this to this purposely tracks it. Maybe it will because I selected. I don't know. No, it didn't. Okay, well, you have to be a Robinette and kill how many? 15k. That's a lot. And we're at 3k. But I think we literally played that character one time and then that was it. Maybe twice. And it's just enemies as that character, so that'll be actually pretty easy to get. Because we don't have to use any specific weapons. Okay. We'll go for that. So we'll pick Robinette then. This guy a chance. Wasn't particularly impressed, but I might have ran this character starting at tier 2, so maybe to give it a fair shake, we should do it at tier 1 first, just to get a feel for it. Because I feel like the types of weapons in tomes that you get rolled to you, even though everything should be in the pool, I think it feels like it has certain weight depending on which character you pick. And it might even be impacted by what you have already. I don't know. But it does seem different. Like on some characters, I seem to get certain items offered to me with way greater frequency than others. Like the game is, you don't have to do it, but like the game is kind of nudging you in this direction. But I don't know if that's actually going on or not, or if it's just my imagination. So we'll see what kind of weapons and tomes we get offered, and see if it's like dramatically different than what we got with our last X amount of times with Sir Luffy. Because I guess my hypothesis then is that yes, it'll probably be a whole lot different. Like, oh, I didn't even know I had that thing. We'll see it. We'll do. Ooh, man, we only have 100 health. Oof. Actually, I'll do lifesteal because I think that'll be the better bet in the long run. But yeah, we have really low HP. That's a little concerning. I'll do fire staff. And to be fair, we were offered that at least once with Sir Ufi. I remember that. But it wasn't particularly common, but campfire, so we're just gonna stand around and shoot shit. Is that it? That's fine if we can get that done somehow. I'm taking the shield because I'm concerned about my my health situation. I'm doing banana rang. Evasion, okay. Projectile speed. Well, all of my weapons are projectiles so far, so oops. I think I should probably do that. I'll give it another chance. Yeah, we'll do projectile. It's not on my list, and I don't know, you know, like I said, I don't know if it's because I got it already or I didn't write it down because the reward wasn't good. That could have been. We'll do damage. Grab all these. Attraction tome. I'll take that. I generally like to not have to run around everywhere for the XPs. Nice. I would take more shield. If you want to live, that's what you're going to have to do. Attack speed. XP gain, okay. Ooh, what is this? Crit damage and size. And they call that legendary? I don't know about that. I would just take the revolver then. I don't think that's that good. No, I'm taking the revolver. I like legit don't think so on that one. Why is that a legendary? Not sure. I might be missing something. I don't know. I don't think we need any particularly, do we? We need precision, not projectile. So that might have been what I was thinking. Otherwise, okay, I'm gonna just refresh it then, see if we can get something better. Even a weapon upgrade would probably be better right now. Home. One more time. I'm only doing this for the damage. The crit damage doesn't matter because we have no 1%. So that part's not really relevant right now. If the game gives a shitload of crit chance all at once, then yeah, maybe that might factor into whether I take that or not. Yeah, probably just attractions. I will do the boar gore. I had burgers from Culver's yesterday. Super expensive, but crit knockback. I don't know, crit damage, maybe. Sorry about that. Max HP, okay. How's the boss? Shoot him. Ooh, I would do cooldown tome. That's actually a pretty good one. Especially with the setup we've got here. I would. Evasion. It's not something you really notice that much. Pretty much the only problem with it's just you don't really notice that happening, so like not quite as satisfying to pick. You just kind of have to like trust that it does what it says. Which it probably does, but still you just don't get the feedback. HP tome. Potentially open chest for free. Got a little fight. Yeah. We'll do revolver for because it's projectile count and damage. Be decently good. Not good enough though. We're taking too much damage. We'll do fire staff for the projectile count. Earn more gold from killing enemies. Okay. I'll do fire staff on this one. I think that's decent. If nothing else, just because it gives you the damage. Over here, all right. Check it out. We do these both at the same time. Pretty cool if we did. Shield. Oh, we did pretty much, yeah. Okay, cool. Projectile speed, damage on the revolver, or damage in size. I don't know. Like, I think the bow's kind of good if you level it up. Like, if you get like multiple projectiles and shit going on, it can be really good. We don't have projectile as one of our tomes this time though, so the times it's been really good, we did have that going. So I don't know if that's really gonna be as worth it. I should just pick something. Anyway, we'll do revolver then and damage. guy. Unstable transfusion, because I think I get regen that way. Basically. Cooldown tome. Cooldown's, it's worth it. Banana ring for the size and damage. Yes, absolutely. Neo in the Matrix. I'll do the cooldown tome. I think we should give that some love. Right, well, we gotta like find the places where there's more of those shrines, because it seems like we got those pretty well farmed out around. Oh, like you do more damage if you stand still. Projectile speed and crit damage. I guess I'll take it. And moldy cheese, I will always take. Still have this farmed out? Jeez. Golden glove. I'm doing cooldown tome. Here's the boss. Projectiles. Banana ring. Again, for the projectile count. I would do more banana ring. We definitely need something to get these guys off me, or we're gonna die real fast. Projectile count here. Wargore, eat it. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay. Movement speed. All right, good. A little bit of shield. I'll do crit chance on the revolver, sure. Oh, it was up there the whole time. Oh. Golden glove, all right. It's not gonna let me go that way. HP tome, fuck you. Did it die? Oh my god, it did. I should have not lived through. Ghosts. Fucking bullshit. Banana rang. Banana rang. I have a projectile combo. I'll take attraction. See if I can milk the XP for just a little bit longer. I will do HP tome. Mega crits. All right. Not really what I wanted to hear, but ghosts. I have to take the damage upgrade on this. I feel like I should have more in the bow, but it's a little late for that now. Can't afford it. Is it? 952, holy Christ. In there. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to farm that, so never mind. We'll do the bow for the projectile. Okay. Try to kill the boss. Doing my damnedest, I promise. Cool down. Ooh, got him. Extra luck. Well, it doesn't matter now. We did what we came here to do for now, I guess. Except that if we lived long enough, we could get all the 15k kills, but I don't expect that to happen for like another few. HP tome, I stay alive. Ah, they're pushing me around. Yeah, after a while you can't move, or you get like bounced in a direction that's not where you're probably planning to go. Anyway. Oh, it didn't quite business for Robinette. Yeah, so that only gave us like 2,500 more kills. This might take a bit longer than I thought. Well, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm hungry and I have chores to do that I've not gotten around to. Oh, because I've been working, trying to sleep, so I gotta get that done today. Anyway, thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. Till then,